I want to talk just briefly about iterative development. It's a pattern I follow and a philosophy that I try to impress upon students. So this is a working example, and that is what I want to save and move on from. Iterative just means, iterations just means counting, just means numbers, just means having different versions. So this is working. He's not going into his walk, even though the walk is here. He's waiting for a command. So this is where I've left off. Notice that this is called animation switching. And if I want to change, if I want to save as and change the name, uh, Control Shift S is how I would normally do that. But you can see this is actually going to put in animation switching, in assets, a new scene. So this is going to save scenes. And the game that I'm working on might have several scenes. So it's not straightforward as it would be in some other softwares. So I'm going to, I think I need to be out of this, right? And there's my animation switching. It's in my courses, Stage 310 game, intro game, level 1, 2025. That's the project I'm working in. It has all my animations, maybe some extras. I can save iteratively here by going Control C, Control V. I know that's a weird thought that I'm copying and pasting. At least it is to me. Maybe it's just not a Mac thing, and maybe my instincts are trained by Mac. But I've been using a PC for some time before I realized I could do this, at least with my games. We don't have to watch this whole video, this whole download. So now I have two versions of the same project folder. This is animation switching. I can rename this one. Show more options, rename. And I'll call this one animation switching. I think this will be animation, and adding animation. Because this is going to be the more primitive one. This is going to be the one where I've just added the animation. I haven't done the animation switching, so I'll work forward with this. But the point is, having this project allows me to use different techniques for switching or something else. The main thing is I have backups as well as I have alternatives. My idea is that at some point I'm going to, some version of this further down the line, I'm going to create, I'm going to start working in some direction that I'm not sure about, that I'm not absolutely certain of. And maybe I want to compare it to a different design direction or a different gameplay direction, and so I can go back one step and move in that new direction, and I cannot do that without having these iterations. And this is actually more complicated in Unity than it is some other softwares. So just to be sure that this one works, I'm going to try to open it in my hub. And the hub, I guess I've closed. So now animation switching is here, but I should be able to add a project. And I'll add adding animation. And I won't make you watch the whole splash page and load. I think I'm just going to say okay to that. I think that's not true. I think I double clicked. So when in the hub, yes, in the hub, double clicking tries to open it twice. So that's another good reason to make this video. Try just single clicking. I'm not going to open a new project, but maybe the next time I do this on a video, I'll try to remember to point out that you click once. Anyway, so I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. Alright, so this is adding animation. So I like to work in this iterative process, and I try to impress it upon students, but I'm not making it part of the requirements of the course. All I know is somebody's going to say, "Oh, I really broke it, um, and I don't know what I did to break it," and they and I will have to spend a long time trying to figure out how they broke their project and how to fix it. Whereas if they had an earlier version, they could just go back to that. This is my earlier version, adding animation. I've added animation. I'm going to go on to, so I can actually just close this. I'm going to go on to animation switching, and we'll put in some of the switching stuff. That's the next video. Oh, I don't open it that way, do I? I open it through the hub. There we go. So that's iteration. It's not intuitive in Unity, but iteration is not what a lot of students are thinking about when they work, but it's worth considering. Save versions, even though this is a clunky way to do it, it works.